Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Jamal Murray.
His assist numbers haven't been where we'd expect them to be over the past few months, and I hope that worries him too, because his ability to create assists is a big part of what makes him a complete offensive package.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've got James, and it's Williams in at the point. And for Denver, in the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Hayden Watson is out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's Jones in at the three. And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Grant.
And for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, BA, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Here's Big Smooth. Pass to Williams. From outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Screen by Gordon. Murray for three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. They beat the Nuggets during the last encounter in Denver.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Watson. Outside Murray. Over Williams. Cash money from 16 feet away.
Well, that's just great awareness there from Murray to take advantage of what the defense was giving him and go to work in the mid-range.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Now here's Watson. Pass to Murray. 5 to shoot. Over Williams. Murray can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 6 points for him.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Outside Watson. Now Gordon. Pass to Murray. Here's the three. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Takes the three. They grab their own miss.
Look, when you don't put a body on him, he makes things happen.
Nuggets trail by 8. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Jones from outside. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Well, for a guy with a scorer's mentality, Murray is almost surprisingly willing to pass the ball.
James, a screen on Brown to the middle. Shot's good by James. James has got 6.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. It's interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Nuggets, number 1.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. 7-point differential. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you guys.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Randall. Denver getting their last shot to go. And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Najee, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Brown in for Brown. Anthony Edwards is checked in for the Timberwolves. Randall outside. Tries it from the top of the key. 2 points. That one goes.
Showing off the handles. Randall calling his own number.
When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too. You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Rejected by James. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. A different look for Denver. Holmes, he's checked in for Gordon. Strawler comes in for Watson. And Hardaway is subbed in for Jamal Murray. .41 seconds left in the first quarter. For 3, Hardaway. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's like a layup to Hardaway at this point in his career.
Minnesota leading by 4. Picked by Gobert. And there's the lob. And Gobert with the stuff.
Well, Gobert with the 7'9" wingspan, making it look simple.
Outside Hardaway. Six to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. That one doesn't drop. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top, up 6. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Zeke Najee out there with Tim Hardaway. Then it's Bruce Brown, and it's Holmes in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Minnesota. Holmes, a screen on Conley. And here's Brown for 3. Champ with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Pass to Edwards. Here's Champ. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And after that surprising Karl-Anthony Towns trade, it took time for Minnesota to gel.
Yeah, last season some inconsistency, but they seem to find a groove down the stretch, capping it off with a deep run.
That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guy. different look for Denver. Jones, he's checked in for Holmes. Brown comes in for Hardaway. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Pickett. Nuggets trail by 11. Outside, Brown. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Oh, powered down with both hands.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And during the Nuggets' 2023 title run, Jamal Murray was absolutely incredible, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., you know, they don't even get there without a healthy Murray. He put up 33 a game against the Lakers in the conference finals, repeatedly making tough, contested, clutch shots.
Najee sets a screen. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, you might think of Murray as just a scoring point guard, but he's also a great playmaker.
Here's Big Smooth. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Outside Murray. Shoots from the block. And another shot. Here's Najee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Let's give a warm welcome, your Nuggets team.
A different look for Denver. Aaron Gordon comes in for Najee. And it's Watson in for Brown. As someone who helped make the game what it is today, what do you think of the modern NBA, Stan?
Well, look, B.A., skill level has never been higher. These players are the best that have ever played the game. We got more guys on the floor who can shoot the ball, more guys who can handle and pass. So the game is at its height. There is always going to be things that can be improved, but we've got to really appreciate what we're seeing in today's play.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Back to Murray. Murray doing tough work inside.
You see Murray's agility on display there, helping him outwork some tough inside defense.
Come get it, come get it. Watch the screen.
1:21 left in the first half. The three, and again it's Minnesota with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Stan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row, the most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
Now here's Jones. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Champ. There's the triple. Big Smooth can't hit. And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. They trail by 14. Outside Watson. Down low. Shot is good by Gordon.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Williams with it. He's got 5. And the layup is good off the glass. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
The league is so full of elite point guards. We get to see incredible matchups every night. You can't ignore the skill that both of these guys have shown in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying to one-up each other each time up the floor. This is great to watch.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nuggets trail by 14. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Williams, and it's James in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Murray. Jones sets a screen. Murray can't get that one to fall.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and, of course, that killer mentality.
Denver moving it around. Outside Watson. Pass to Murray. From behind the arc. Big Smooth with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 14. Williams looking around. Screen by James. That three's off the mark. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Murray. Now Gordon. Outside Brown. Here's Murray. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
And that one's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Watson. Inside. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, he's an above-the-rim athlete. Gordon on the attack.
Here's Big Smooth. Yet to see a basket. Good on the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Screen by Watson. Jones feels it out. To the inside. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
Williams passes to James. The three is up. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Back to you, B.A.
Taking that long view approach. All right, thank you, Allie. The Nuggets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And Minnesota making a change here. So it's Denver now. 17-point game. Throws it up high.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
You know, Stan, basketball isn't the only passion San Jose native Aaron Gordon has.
Yeah, B.A., I heard he's very technology-oriented, which we're not. He's a self-proclaimed computer nerd and loves everything about technology. We could use his help. He's skilled in more fields than just basketball.
Here's Watson, following the score by Minnesota. Gordon, hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Outside Jones. It's Brown on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Brown's got his first points of the game.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
Screen by James to the paint. Gordon with a steal. And they're pushing it up. Outside Watson. Pass to Brown. Screen by Gordon. Brown with it. Picked up by James. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Denver shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for 2, Bruce Brown.
The first free throw is good, and the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Holmes, he's checked in for Gordon. Najee comes in for Watson. Hardaway's checked in for Jones, and Jamal Murray is subbed in for Brown. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
McDaniels passes to Highland. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the evening.
At the line for the Timberwolves. Number 4.
What's up?
Shooting 1.
Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Murray. Whoa, Murray getting it done in tight.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
With 1 on the clock, Big Smooth gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 15. And so it's Minnesota liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And Williams has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Tim Hardaway is out there with Zeke Naji. Then it's Bruce Brown. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Holmes in at center. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Well, every season Randall works on his range because he understands the importance of stretching the floor at his position.
So it's Denver now, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Pass to Hardaway. The three is up. The shot, no good.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
McDaniels passes to Big Smooth. Here's Champ. Here's Big Smooth, defended by Brown. 5 on the clock. Here's Big Smooth. From outside, off the mark.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Hardaway, the pass to Murray. Back to Hardaway. Holmes, a screen on Williams. Hardaway, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Williams. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Brown. Murray from outside. From distance, Jamal Murray.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Okay, fans, it's time to get loud and proud for your Nuggets Honey Squad.
Denver will go for a different look here. Gordon, he's checked in for Holmes. Watson comes in for Naji. Jones, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Brown subbed in for Brown. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Williams! And he nails it!
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Gordon. Screen by Gordon. No good from 3!
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's the pass to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists in the game. Outside Jones. Back to Murray. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Well, they hit a 3 on the other end, and Murray goes right to the gap.
Now pass to Williams. Takes a shot. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter here. With this brief pause, let's take a look at our player of the game.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
I'll tell you, this is the kind of game you love to have from your role players. Putting up big numbers, filling in the gaps, and supporting your squad out on the road. Murray against Williams. Denver moving it around. Brown knocks down the trifecta.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Now a pass to Williams. Can't get the 3. Nuggets trail by 17.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And Minnesota with possession here. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. And out of bounds, Denver will have it. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. And so Brown will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Down by 15. Now here's Holmes. He's guarded closely. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Still fighting for it on every play. Hardaway Jr. knows the and one chance is worth the battle.
Stan, when you compare Tim Hardaway Jr.'s game to his dad's, they are quite a bit different.
Well, his dad was more of a floor general and a penetrating guard, while Jr. is more of a volume shooter, especially from outside. Remember, B.A., they played in different eras, so it's not all that surprising.
And with Hardaway, he has no fear on the court. To him, there's no defender he can't take on, no shot he can't make.
Money from three!
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Now here's Hardaway. Holmes, a screen on McDaniels. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.